Is drinking raw milk safe like RFK Jr. suggests? Can you reduce a glucose spike if you eat your food in, quote unquote, the right order? I'm registered dietitian Abby Sharp. I host a nutrition myth-busting podcast called Bite Back with Abby Sharp. And those are just some of the questions I tackle with qualified experts on my show. There is so much food misinformation and disinformation out there, and it can feel impossible to know what's real and what's BS. On Bite Back, my goal is to help listeners create a pleasurable relationship with food, their body, and themselves, which in my opinion is the fundamental secret to good health. Listen to Bite Back wherever you get your podcasts.
From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. Roz. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Julie, it's Roz and Mocha. Lots to unpack in your FML today. Tell everyone listening why you're here.
Hi, I'm here because I want to know, like, how do I show up for family without letting my toxic relatives ruin it?
Jeez, you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I cut off contact with my abusive mom 2 years ago to protect my son. I also don't speak to my brother. Now, my cousin's wedding is coming up, and they'll both be there. I want to go, but my husband and aunt think it'll cause drama. I've done nothing wrong, have a plan to avoid them, and would never cause a scene. Why should I stay away for their behavior? Should I go? And what do I say to family who disagree? And how do I handle the unavoidable events like funerals?
When you say abusive mom, are we talking like when you were growing up? Was it physical? Was it verbal?
Yeah, it was growing up. It was more emotionally abusive, lying. There was lots of things going on that I didn't realize until like my adult life. And then all of a sudden, I kind of realized like there's a lot of things here that don't make sense. Like these things shouldn't have happened to me.
And with your brother, does your brother not speak to you because does he take your mom's side?
No, so my brother and I stopped talking a couple of years prior to this. My dad was very sick in the ICU. He got upset because he thought that he was power of attorney and he wasn't. I was. And so he got very angry with me. This was typical behavior for him. Like I got blamed for everything wrong in his life. And I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. I have enough stress in my life.
How are you right now? Like, are you cool internally in your head, your heart, everything? Are you okay with all of this? Like you've come to terms about the relationships and the status and you harbor no sort of ill will. You have nothing left to say. You're not looking for closure. Like, how are you right now?
No. It's been good. It has been like one of the best decisions of my life prior to now this dilemma.
Yeah.
I've had birthday parties with my dad and like my in-laws, and so we can all be together without drama. Like it's been very much, I wouldn't even have anything to say to her.
Then my advice is to show up to the wedding and act as if there is absolutely no drama and you have no care in the world.
Yeah.
Right?
I think,
don't go out of your way. Don't go out of your way to avoid. If your mom walks up, say, "Hey, Ma," that's it. Like, just be like, if you are not bothered by this and you're not looking for closure, then just walk in like you do not care. Don't be rude. Don't avoid. Avoiding is going to cause drama, right? Don't go out of your way to do literally anything. Go in and be a normal person who has normal interactions at a normal family wedding.
That makes sense.
Yeah, just be courteous. That's all.
Yep.
Treat it like it doesn't bother you. Like all that advice that Roz just gave, I was pretty much going to say the exact same thing.
And if they flip off, then it just it emphasizes why you've distanced yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like I don't think that I should adjust my behavior.
No.
Act out. I have zero control over how she acts.
Yeah. Totally. And you're going because it's your cousin's wedding. You want to be there. You want to support your family. and you want to have a good time with your family as well.
Exactly.
I think, again, you don't have to go up to your brother. You don't have to go up to your ma. But if you run into them, they come up to you and say hi, you just say hi back. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And then just walk away.
Yeah,
right?
and then if somebody tries to start drama, just again elevate, and just say, hey, ma, or hey, brother, like this is I get it, but this is not the time or the place. This is so and so's big day. Let's just all be here for them.
And if like your husband or one of your aunts say to you, like maybe you shouldn't go or whatever, just tell them, just be straight up with them and say, listen, it doesn't bother me.
Right.
Like I'm not going there for them or to talk to them. I'm going there to be there for my cousin, right?
Have you talked to your cousin about this?
No, so I'm very close with his mom. So her and I talked very often. She still talks to my mom, but she was very supportive of my decision. She kind of calls me to check in all the time. So
and they
very much want me there.
They want you there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then be there. Be there.
I don't know. Maybe one request I would put in, and I don't know if this is already done, Julie, but maybe just ask so it's not as awkward for you and your family to be seated at a different table. So you're not sitting there with your mom and your brother.
Oh, no, they wouldn't even put us together. Like,
so they know. Right.
There's other family members that also don't speak to my mom, so we'll probably have our own little
Sounds like a fun table.
Right? Yeah. It should be a good time. I want to have a good time. I have a child now.
Yeah,
we don't get out often.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna go. You're gonna have a great night.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does that help, girl?
Oh, so much. It makes me feel so much better just to have an outside opinion of it, and to validate I can do these things. I don't have to miss out.
There's nothing that sucks the wind out of somebody who is looking to cause drama more than when they see the person who they've been seething about and they have so much to say to them acting normal.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Where if you walk in a room and then, if they saw you and then you completely avoid them, that fuels them. That's gasoline.
That's right. Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? So just go in. If you see your mom across the room, wave, smile, and wave.
That would drive her nuts.
Then listen. Okay?
There you go.
But what it does is that it completely disarms her.
Yeah. Right.
Completely disarms her. It shows her you are not there for drama and you're not there for her crap.
That's true. I like that. That's a really great idea.
There you go. Thank you for joining us today on the Roz and Mocha Show, Julie. Love you.
Thank you so much. I love you guys too.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
We welcome Tori to Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life. Let everyone know why you're here.
How do I walk away from fake friends without blowing up our family's lives?
Oh, damn. Tori, you wrote this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. I've been in a friend group with 3 other girls for over 10 years, and I just recently came across a group chat they have without me, where about 90% of it is just making fun of me and talking trash about me. Oh, my gosh. I want to cut them off, but it's difficult because all of our parents are friends, and I don't want to ruin their relationships. What should I do? How old are you?
I'm going to be 26 soon.
Okay, so you're an adult, right?
Yeah.
You're an adult. Your friends in the group chat that you're not a part of, that goof on you, everything else that are really cruel, they're all adults, right?
Yep.
And then your parents and their parents who are all friends, they're all adults.
Yes.
Okay, you are allowed to decide who you want to be friends with and who you put in your life that makes you feel good about yourself and deleting the people that make you feel terrible about yourself, regardless of how that is going to affect other people's friends and parents who are also friends, all that other stuff. That's none of your business. It is not your worry. You just make the decision for you.
You guys always give the best advice.
Wait,
that's it.
Tori, I need to know, how did you come across the group chat and what were they all saying about you?
So it was actually crazy. I was invited to a party with one of them, and then she passed me her phone, and then I came across it and saw it, and I didn't even know how to react and everything because of this whole family situation, how confusing it is. So I tried to just put it in the back of my mind. But then they continued to do things that just showed me they weren't my friends. My cousin had a baby, and they all went to go visit the baby and didn't invite me.
No, but what were they saying about you in the group chat?
Oh, in the group chat, it was like they had screenshots of my location, pictures of my text from a different phone, so I didn't get like a notification that they screenshotted it. It was like videos of me in a different room, and they were laughing at me and making fun of me.
But like,
oh my God.
What were they saying?
Well, they were just like things that I would like rant about, because obviously you rant to your friends and you want to get things off your chest.
Yeah.
They would just like go in the group chat and then be like, "Can you believe that she said that?" Or like,
oh God,
just like fully making fun of me because I'm upset about something.
Wow. You do not need that in your life. I say cut them all off.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the street life in me says take all three of them on at the exact same time.
Woodshed them.
Right? But I don't know. Like, I would tell them that I know about the group chat.
Of course.
And then just leave it at that and just do not talk to them. Exit out that other group chat and just have, you know, no conversations with them whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah. Mocha is 100% correct. You can't just walk away and give them more fuel, right? Like, if you're going to walk away, you have to tell them why. And if anybody, if your parents or one of their parents or whatever says, "Oh my God, what happened? Why is Tori acting like that? Why is she, friends with my kid anymore?" You tell them exactly why.
That's true.
All right.
How do I stop myself from being so angry all the time about this?
Okay, by getting it out of your life.
Yeah. Confronting them, telling them, "Hey, I know about the group chat. Y'all are trash. I'm out."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. You're going to have this giant weight lifted off you.
Yeah.
It's gonna
And
be
then
great.
guess what? They're going to text you and they're going to call you and just ignore.
Yeah.
Move on with your life.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that a lot.
All right,
All right,
love.
Tori. Love you. Bye.
Love you guys too. Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Kara, it's Roz and Mocha. Welcome to Fix My Life. What's going on in your world?
So do I need to cover up, or do the neighborhood moms need to mind their business?
Oh, damn. Kara, you wrote us this. "Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I have a pool in my fenced backyard, but neighbors on all sides can see in. A friend told me that local moms think my swimwear and my friends is inappropriate for their kids. They say I should be more respectful with children around. I wear these bikinis in front of my own kids and don't see an issue. These women give me dirty looks and whisper about me, but honestly, I don't care. I find it funny. Still, am I in the wrong?"
What kind of bikinis we talking here, Kara?
All different types.
Would it be easier to just send a picture to Shem and have him describe them?
Shoot. Are they like super revealing?
I mean, some of them I get they're bikinis. I mean, some of them, yeah. Some of them are triangles.
Well, listen,
some of them are like
your own backyard, right? Like,
that's the thing.
We had a mom like you in my neighborhood growing up.
Okay.
Legend.
Yeah.
The only downside, because she was a huge fan of bikinis.
Okay.
And when she was not in the pool in the back, when the sun switched, she would be like on the front yard tanning.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay.
And when you were a young man in that neighborhood, the thought of moving out of that neighborhood was like ripping your heart out.
Sure.
Okay? Because that woman was a legend. The only downside, and I don't know what it's like in your house, the only downside to having that in the neighborhood was that we all went to school with her son.
Oh.
Okay? And oh boy, did he hear about it.
Every day, probably.
Every day.
He probably hated summers.
He hated summer. Yeah. So that was the only downside. But as far as like the other moms, you're in your own backyard and they're the prudes, but I'm telling you, their kids think that you're a legend.
Do you get along with these other moms?
No. So I try to, but they really don't want anything to do with me, which is fine. I really don't care. Like I'm petty like that too, right? So like as soon as I found out all of this, and I kind of already knew because I was laying out back once, and then the next door neighbor started putting plates outside, like they were going to eat dinner out on their deck. And when she looked over and saw me, she started picking up the plates like there was a storm coming.
Oh, shoot.
So I kind of knew. And then once I figured that out, once I talked to the guy down the street who told me this,
yeah,
I started playing it up. I even started mowing the lawn in like
damn.
bikini.
Oh,
But like in shorts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But like with a bikini top, because I just think it's so ridiculous. I do have kids. I have 3 boys. My oldest son has his friends that go to the same school, and like my kids don't care. My kids are super.
What about your kids' friends? Do they care?
Well, like they.
Yeah, right.
They'll tell them stuff in the dressing room.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
I understand that it's your yard, it's your body, it is your pool, it is your life. But there is also, do you want to be a good neighbor? Right? Do you want to sort of like, lead with civility and keep the peace and not have people talking behind your back, even if you don't care, but also, just being a part of the community. And, maybe you don't go full thong face down while the neighbors have a clear view eating dinner. Right? Maybe you don't do that.
Well, I wouldn't do that if they were already out eating. I didn't she just when they come out afterwards. So then I get up and leave.
You can cover up.
Hold on
at
a
that
second,
point.
Kara. I know we've had you on the show a few times.
Yeah,
and from what I know in talking to you, and you mentioned it earlier in this call, is that you are very, very petty. So you wearing some of these bikinis, is it out of pettiness because you know that they're watching and you want to piss them off, instead of wearing it because you feel good wearing it and it is your own pool in your own backyard on your own property? Is some of it a little bit of pettiness?
That.
Yeah. All right.
I've done it just to throw it in their faces. But no, like when I go to put it on, I think, where do I want my tan lines to be? Like I'm not thinking about them.
Same. I know.
I just didn't know. And I'm not like standing there like dancing, putting on a show or anything like that. I'm not blasting. I'm just laying on a chair.
Okay.
And sometimes their kids or husbands happen to be outside.
Yes. I think you can do it all, though. I don't think that if somebody walks out of their house, you have to like shriek and cover up and run inside. Like, I don't think you have to do that. I think that you can strike a balance. And even you don't even have to consider their feelings. You don't have to make a show of it. You don't have to acknowledge that you're even doing it on their behalf. But I think that, like I said, if they're out there with the family, right? Maybe it's their great aunt's birthday and she's over and they got everybody in the backyard, right? Maybe you don't do that, right? Like maybe
I would never. I don't do that. If they're having like a big family get together, I would not do it. I wouldn't even go in the pool.
I would say do what feels right for you, but don't do something just out of spite. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
You sound disappointed by that answer.
No, I just think it's funny because Roz is super petty too.
I am. I'm highly petty, but just don't spite, because that does nothing for you. You know what I mean? Like you don't want that.
I know. I don't do it anymore. Just a couple of times.
Yeah, you're not in the wrong, but like, what is right? Like that's like, who determines what's right? Like that
I don't know.
And it's is it you? Is it them? That's where the argument comes down to. So do what feels good for you, but just try not to do stuff out of spite. That's my advice anyway.
Okay, that's fair.
Thanks, Kara.
Okay.
All right, legend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Yo, Deb, what's up? It's Roz and Mocha. Welcome to Fix My Life. What in your life needs fixing?
How do I get my chain-smoking neighbors to butt out without starting a war?
Okay, so you wrote, it says, hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. I have 2 neighbors that literally chain smoke for 7 to 10 hours every day, directly under my bathroom window and child's window. Jack's door is closed at night. When I just went in there, it smelled like the Pig's Ear Tavern in 1988. How should I address this? What do I do? Okay, so give us the dynamic here. Are you like in a house? Are you in an apartment? Like what? Explain it here.
Yeah, good question. Thank you. So it's an apartment building. It's 3 stories. It's a converted corset factory. So there's no elevators or anything. There's 11 units. Mm-hmm. So the 2 people doing this take up 2 of them. And there's no fear of them listening right now because I know they're sleeping it off. But I want to create a nice dynamic because my son and I walk through here all the time.
So are they?
I'm not
Hang on a sec, Deb. Are they below you or are they beside you? Like where are you in this sort of three level house?
Okay, so my windows face over into an area of a parking lot where they've converted to an area that they have a picnic table and chairs. So they set up camp for the day, all day.
So they're not smoking inside their unit. They're smoking outside, and it's the outside smoke that's coming into your place.
Yes, when I moved in, they were actively smoking indoors. And then I asked the person that kind of takes the checks if they could not do that. So this is the compromise. So that's where I'm sort of in a pickle, and I need you to fix my life because now they're 7 feet away from my windows, and it is, when I say chain smoking, Roz, it is one after another.
Gotcha.
Have you ever had a conversation with either of them and explain exactly what's happening? Like, you tell them what you told us in your note?
Well, I was hoping that I would just maybe talk to you, record it, and play it for them passive aggressively.
Yeah, that's not going to work for you, though.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
No.
like
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'll say so. They know you already complained once, right?
Yes,
And-
they moved from inside outside 12 months out of the year, yes, in the winter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they know that you already complained once. And after that first complaint, when the complaint was, hey, can you not have them smoke in their unit? They were like, okay, cool. They were cool with it. And then they went and smoked outside, right?
Yes.
So now you're going to come back with another complaint.
I know.
Okay.
Yes.
So like as you know, if they were, hell no, lady, this is my place and everything else. But you already asked once and you didn't even go to them. That was the thing, right? You went to the landlord, right? Had you gone to them, then you would have started this thing. Because if you had gone to them first and said, hey, you guys mind not smoking in your place? I got a kid up here, everything else. And if at that point they were like, yo, listen, lady, totally cool. We're going to smoke outside. You would have been, absolutely, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Go smoke outside, right?
Yep.
But because you went to the landlord and you didn't go to them, you haven't even established that relationship. The only relationship that they know that they have with you is that you're the lady that complains and that they've already given in to you once.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you think the landlord told them that you're the one that complained, or do they know that you're the one that made mention of it before?
I think they know.
Yeah.
I have a certain face, and I've used it on them a few times. I've unleashed the face on them. Yeah.
So you say hi to one another when you see?
Oh, God, yeah. We give each other Christmas chocolates. I mean, it's a whole thing.
How about this idea, Deb? Oh my God. Okay, what if, have you checked like the perimeter of your building? Like, is there an area that you could suggest would be a designated outside smoking area that you could suggest to them?
I was thinking that because when they set up camp underneath our windows, it was because there was another vehicle right next to where they could be further away from me. That person has moved out, and that resident only has one car instead of two. So they could feasibly move another 15 feet away from under my window.
It's still going to bother you, Deb.
Yeah.
It's not going to be far enough. Have you thought about starting to smoke?
I kind of want to pick it up again because I quit about 50 pounds ago. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, I put it back on.
That's the best solution, really, is to just buy you and your kid a pack of smokes and just not be bothered by it.
How old is Jack?
He's 13. I mean, why not start now?
Hey, listen,
I was 13 when I tried my first cigarette.
Me too.
This is I fear that even if they move 10 feet, Deb, it's not going to be enough for you. You know?
Yeah.
And I think, first of all, what you need to do is you need to establish a non-passive aggressive relationship with your neighbors. You all live in the same place. You've already complained once, and they already were cool with it, and they did what was asked. You know?
Yeah.
It seems like they didn't want to be a bother. But, you know, if there's no permanent solution, looking out on that area where they sit and smoke all day, smoke is smoke, love. Like if you move them 15 feet over, it is still going to bother you. Like unless there's a permanent solution, this may be something that you have to live with.
Yeah, I was fearing that might be. I was sort of, you're not a last-ditch attempt, but I thought if anyone can come up with a solution, and sometimes the answer is the status quo, and that's okay too. I just have to sort of deal with it. But Jack, I'm going to teach you how to learn how to smoke. Okay, is that good with you? I don't care who says. Yeah.
Okay.
So Morier's on your way home from work today.
So what I would do first, though, is I would reestablish a non-passive aggressive relationship with your neighbors. That way, like let's say it's super windy and you're just getting all the smoke. That way, you can just like look down the window and say, call them by their names and just go, "Yo, guys, this wind is crazy today. All of that is coming right into my place." Maybe they move for that day, But in order to do that, you have to have a cool relationship with it. You have to be neighbors first.
Okay, Roz. Why you got to be so sensible? Thank you.
Hey, listen,
Yo, I said some good stuff too, Deb.
Oh, sorry, Mocha. Excuse me, Mocha. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to.
It's the Roz and Mocha show, right?
It's true.
Mocha,
years and years ago, we divided the show once, so make us do it again.
No, don't do that, please.
If I could get you a D's Nuts license plate, would that make it better?
Maybe.
All right.
Love you, Deb. All the best.
Love you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Seeker app.